Alright, this is Mr. Dempsey. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to use the built-in camera that comes with your iPhone. One of the first things that I want to do is go ahead and show you by going into the settings how you can actually change the default settings of your camera. It actually comes to where you can shoot at 1080p at 30 frames per second. But if you can see here in settings, I went to photos and camera, and I can turn on the grid, which allows us to frame things using the rule of thirds. Or I've got options here for record video, and you can see that I have 1080p HD at 60 frames per second. Now, if you have a newer iPhone, those will do 4K video, which is pretty awesome, but it's a little unnecessary at this point because still most of our devices and the computers are really only working at 1080p. You can see you can also adjust your record and slow-mo frame rate. I believe it defaults to 120 frames per second, but you can set it to 240 frames per second if that's something you're interested in, which allows for a lot smoother slow motion, but you have to keep in mind if you do that, you will need a lot more light. So if you shoot outside and it's sunny, you should be good. If you move inside and try to record your video, then you're going to notice that it's really difficult to see that. So I'm going to press the home button, go back to the home screen here, where I have arranged and have my camera as one of my 4 primary apps. So I'm going to go ahead and open. Now what I'm going to be talking about is going to be dealing with video. You could definitely apply this to photo mode as well, but I'm going to go ahead and click on video, pull that up, and then I want to take a look at how to manually lock down the focus. And it's really simple to do that. All you do is you find the area of the screen that you want to focus on and you long press there. So right now you can see I'm long pressed right below the D button on the keyboard. But when I do that, it comes up, it says AE/AF lock. That stands for auto exposure and auto focus lock. And what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that the light does not change during our recording. It is going to be consistent unless we physically change the light that is coming in. It is going to be consistent. The color is going to be consistent. As far as the focus, it is going to manually lock the focus so that the iPhone is not going to be trying to find something new to focus on, which you've probably noticed if you were recording with your phone before and you didn't have it on manual focus, that if somebody moves in the background, it may try to focus on them. Now, if you notice, when I did that, a little sun icon pops up there beside that square. If you click on that, you can drag that up or down, and that's going to manually allow in more or less light. And you can see it does a much better job of keeping out light than it does letting light in. But if you want to go back to auto mode, all you have to do is just click somewhere else on the screen. It'll go back to auto, and then it will adjust on its own. And right now it's trying to find something that it can adjust on. You could tell what frame rate you're recording if you look up at the top right hand corner of the screen. It says 60 FPS, so you know that we are shooting 60 frames per second. That is 60 individual pictures per second, and that allows for a lot smoother motion. Here we have the flash, or on the video mode, the camera light. You can set it to auto, you can set it to on or off, but just like with the autofocus and auto exposure, I really just don't want to trust this to auto. So if I want the light on, I turn it on. If I want the light off, I click on it again and turn it off. That way I have control over the light. It's not a very flattering light, so if you're getting video of people, you'll notice a lot of times it'll make their eyes look weird, but it can be useful. So you just have to make sure that you're using it at the right time. So that is an overview on how to manually control the iPhone video camera.